Ready? 5 seconds. The Expenditure Reforms Commission, which was set up last year, has presented reports concerning downsizing in 6 ministries and departments. These include Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Ministry of Coal, Department of Heavy Industry, Department of Public Enterprises, and Ministry of Small Scale Industries. Reports of the Commission concerning other departments will also be received within the next 6 months. These recommendations will be implemented by July 31st, 2001, and identified surplus staff transferred to the surplus pool. Charity, it is said, must begin at home. I believe austerity too must begin at home. To lead by example, based on the recommendation of the Expenditure Reforms Commission, I propose to abolish 3 secretary, special secretary level and 2 joint secretary level posts in the Department of Economic Affairs. This will be done in stages by 31st July. In addition, another 44 posts of director and below will be abolished as against 31 recommended by the ERC. 1675 posts are being abolished in the currency and coinage division, which will be restructured and corporatized. The National Savings Organization is to be downsized from a level of 1191 staff to about 25. I have asked ERC to provide their recommendations in respect of the Departments of Revenue and Expenditure also. I am confident that this will expedite the process of right sizing the establishments in all the ministries, departments of government. The Planning Commission has commenced the task of preparing the 10th plan. Given the severity of resource constraints, improvement in the quality of government spending is of the essence. It has therefore been decided to subject all existing schemes both at the central and state levels to zero-based budgeting and to retain only those that are demonstrably efficient and essential. Furthermore, all schemes that are similar in nature will be converged to eliminate duplication. Centrally sponsored scheme that can be transferred to states will be identified. Resource flows will be linked to performance. Necessary procedural changes will also be made to speed up the decision making process for approval of schemes. Now, necessary and other important sponsored scheme making also be necessary. Procedural changes will also be made to speed up utmost given to decentralized planning. The central government pension liability has reached unsustainable proportions as a percentage of GDP. It has risen from about 0.5% to 1% now. As such, it is envisaged that those who enter central government services after October 1st, 2001 would receive pension through a new pension program based on defined contributions. In order to review the existing pension system and to provide a roadmap for the next steps to be taken by the government, I propose to constitute a high-level expert group which would give its recommendation within 3 months. I have drawn your attention to the increasing share of debt service burden in the expenditure budget caused by rising government debt and worsened by the prevalence of high real interest rates. Most interest rates in the economy are now market determined, but their movement downward is constrained by the rigidities inherent in the administered interest rates governing the contractual saving sphere, that is provident fund and small savings schemes. I have examined this issue very carefully. I find that the interest rates provided in all these schemes seldom exceeded consumer price inflation by more than 3% between 1980 and 1998. Since then, this difference has risen to 6 to 8%. Not only are such high real interest rates putting an unsustainable burden on both central and state governments, but the resulting high cost of capital is also inhibiting economic growth all round. I am therefore reducing most administered rates by 1.5% as of March 1st, 2001. Government guarantee and tax incentives for these schemes will continue. For the future, I propose to explore a better system for the determination of these rates. I propose to appoint an expert committee to provide recommendations on this issue. The benefit of reduction in interest rates on small saving deposits will be fully passed on to the states. This will reduce their borrowing cost from small savings by 100 to 150 basis points. In addition, I am also reducing the interest rate on loans portion of central assistance to state plans by 50 basis points. Alignments of interest rates on GPF by the state governments along with the reduced provident funds interest rates at the center will further reduce the interest burden of state governments. Moreover, because of the anticipated increase in gross tax collection of the center, devolution of central taxes to states is expected to increase by over rupees 9,000 crore in 2001-2002 over the current year. All these measures will help in reducing the debt burden of the states and improve their fiscal position. Along with fiscal consolidation at the center, it will be our endeavor to work for states. The Expenditure Reform Commission, which was set up last year, has presented reports concerning downsizing in 6 ministries and departments. These include Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Ministry of Coal, Department of Heavy Industry, Department of Public Enterprises, and Ministry of Small Scale Industries. Reports of the Commission concerning other departments will also be received within the next 6 months. These recommendations will be implemented by July 31st, 2001 and identified surplus staff transferred to the surplus pool. Charity, it is said, must begin at home. I believe austerity too must begin at home. to lead by example based on the recommendation of the Expenditure Reforms Commission. I propose to abolish 3 secretary, special secretary level and 2 joint secretary level posts in the Department of Economic Affairs. This will be done in stages by 31st July. Stop.